What's going on, LEGO Maniacs, and welcome back to a brand new video. I am ZacATK. So, over the last couple of weeks, we have seen a bunch of new releases and reveals for the Disney LEGO Star Wars lineup. So, I'm pretty excited to talk about a lot of these sets that will be coming out here in the next couple of weeks, as May is quickly wrapping up, and I am excited to see when these will hit store shelves, and hopefully the prices may go down. We've seen a trend in some LEGO Star Wars sets that came out late last year that have gone on sale recently, which is not really the norm from what I've seen. Typically they go on sale toward the end of their life versus a year into their life. So let's just go ahead and talk about all these new LEGO Star Wars sets that are coming out. Most of them will be coming out June 1st, and some of them are already available. So let's talk about the Jango Fett's Slave 1 or Fire Spray class starship. So this is set number 75409 with 2,970 pieces, and this is going to be retailing for $299, and this will be available June 1st. This is a Lego.com exclusive, and it comes with two exclusive minifigures. You have Jango Fett and Boba Fett, and I've seen a lot of people talk about Boba Fett's hair in this set and how his previous hair piece was the better one, and I would have to agree that his previous hair piece was definitely better. I'm not really a fan of this one. This one just, it doesn't really look good, but the Jango Fett minifigure does look pretty phenomenal. Supposedly we are getting a play scale version of the Slave 1 here in a couple of months' time, which that's going to be the one I'm going to be picking up, as I've never really liked the UCS sets, mostly because of how expensive they are, but mostly because I've only really liked play scale sets as opposed to the actual Ultimate Collector Series sets. This is a really nice set and has a lot of cool details, and from what I've seen in comparisons with the Boba Fett Slave 1, they are very, very close with some minor design tweaks here and there. The stand is the same, which is really nice, and obviously this is going to be a very, very nice display piece. And I'm hoping that these minifigures will not be exclusive. I'm hoping that these minifigures will also come in the play scale version of the set that's supposed to be coming out in the late summer wave later this year. So really nice set. $299 isn't really too bad. It's honestly very much in that ballpark range of the 10 cents part to price ratio that we talk about all the time. And it's nice. It's something that I won't be particularly picking up. And I actually think about it, I only own two Ultimate Collector Series sets. I have the Death Star and R2-D2, and those are really it. I don't really... there's something about the Ultimate Collector Series sets other than the price tag. It's just something I can't justify spending that much money when I can get a couple of Lego sets for the price of this one. So it doesn't really make sense to me. But I'm not, poo-pooing on those who want to pick up this set. It's obviously a very, very nice set. Has a ton of cool features, and honestly, just something that's really cool. It's not for me, but hey, doesn't mean it's not for you. The next up, we have the brick-built Star Wars logo. This is set number 75407 with 700 pieces exactly, and this is already on store shelves. I actually went to Target a couple of days ago and saw this on store shelves, and it's a very, very nice buildable logo, and something that I actually want to pick up here pretty soon. And the part-to-price ratio is actually really good. It's $60 versus 700 pieces. You would think it's to be $70, but it's actually $60. So honestly, a very, very cool set. I love the logo. I love the fact they went with the black and yellow as opposed to a different Star Wars look with how they've been doing it over the last couple of years, where they changed the color of the text. So definitely very thankful for them doing it in that type of style. We also have some nice greebling in the background where you can see some studs there. And there is an Easter egg in this set where you can take off the top and you can see the Imperial Star Destroyer chasing after the 10 of 4, I believe. So that's a neat little Easter egg that you can see at the top of the LEGO Star Wars logo set. The next up is we have some Rebel U-Wing Starfighter. This is to coincide with the Andor show, which I've honestly tried to watch the Andor show, and it's just not something I can get into. It's very, very slow and doesn't feel very Star Wars-y. And I know it's a hot take, but it's just not something that I'm into. I love the ship, and the minifigures are cool. You have K2SO, a couple Imperial officers, and it's a really nice build. I like the play features of the set where you can fold the wings out, which I think is pretty nice. I do think that it is a good in scale with the minifigures for this being a play scale set, and there are a ton of handful of features you can do as far as storing K2SO down here in the bay down here, and storage for blasters and shields and whatnot. It is a very, really cool set. Something I probably would pick up just to have at least one Andor set in the collection. It is $70, which just shy of 600 pieces, which it's all right. It comes with 4 minifigures, which is kind of cool. K2SO especially, we're seeing a lot of him lately, and but yeah, it's a really neat set. Something that I think it'd be cool. I love the blue and white. It is really, really neat, and overall, just a very, very nice looking set. I usually display my sets with the 2x2 round clear barrel pieces that I stack up on some 8x8 plates as a base, and I'm trying to figure out how I would display this set, because it does have a handful of different ways you can display it with the wings open and closed. So just something to think about. The next up, we have the Battle Droid with Stat set. This is on pre-order, and this will come out July 1st for $140. This is set number 75428 with 1,088 pieces for $140. And I have to say, it does come with a mini build of another Battle Droid with the stab, a buildable stab, but not anything unique as far as what we've seen for a buildable Battle Droid. We kind of think it'd be a little different, but it does come with a backpack. That is really cool. I haven't seen any of the Battle Droids that I own have a backpack, so that's nice that this one does have a backpack. This looks really, really cool, and I didn't really think that LEGO would continue on making Battle Droids. I mean, we had the Droideka last year, and now we have a Battle Droid here, a regular Battle Droid, which is really, really nice. I'm really curious if they're going to be making a Super Battle Droid here in the near future. Hopefully that will be the case, as that way we can get all 3 types of Battle Droids. And it does come with a display stand, which is really, really nice. I do dig that. The price tag is a little much. I did see this from the leaks, where this was originally $119, but it's gone up $20. And then another one I saw where it was $109. But every different price I've seen, it's obviously an increase from the original price. So I'm not sure why LEGO is going up in prices like this, especially for a set like this where there's not too many intricate pieces and you don't get minifigures. You get, LEGO parts. So not really sure how I feel about that. It is a cool set. Way more expensive than the Droideka. I figured this would have been close to on par with the Droideka, maybe being $80, but $140, in my opinion, does seem kind of excessive. The next up, we have Jango Fett's helmet for $70, and this is set number 75408 with 616 pieces. I'm really excited for the helmet lineup because I feel like we're getting more and more helmets, and I have just about got caught up with the helmet collection. I actually just finished Commander Cody's helmet, or not Commander Cody's helmet, oh snap, what is it called? One of the last prequel trilogy helmets, Captain Rex's helmet. Thank you. It was there. It was almost there. I finished Captain Rex's helmet, so the only helmet I am now missing from the collection is the Death Droid, or I can't think of what you call Death Droids. That's not what it's called. The droid that Luke Skywalker just completely annihilated in the Mandalorian series. I cannot think of what that droid is called, but I'm missing that droid's head, which I guess isn't exactly a helmet, but it'll come to me in a minute. I'll put it on screen just for my record, because I can't think of it. This is a really, really nice helmet, but the helmet collection is something that I thought would have gone away, but they decided to bring it back full force this year with 3 new helmets. We had the AT-AT driver helmet. Now we have Jango Fett's helmet, and we also will be talking about another helmet, which is the Kylo Ren helmet. One that I didn't think that they would make, only because I thought that LEGO and Star Wars in general were steering away from the sequel trilogy, as that is a trilogy that is not very well liked by the majority of Star Wars fans. And by majority, I mean like 95% of Star Wars fans. So this is a really nice helmet. I like how it looks, and I'm going to be picking this up here in the near future once I get caught up with all my other builds that I want to take care of here. And it's a fantastic color. I love this blue, this contrast in blues and the gray, and I'm glad they stuck with the same base. I've honestly been really worried that LEGO was going to change the base, but they have kept it consistent, which I'm very thankful for, and I hope they continue that on with the helmet lineup. Speaking of the helmet lineup, we continue on with Kylo Ren's helmet. This is set number 75415 for 529 pieces, and this retails for $70. Now, the price to part ratio of 529 and $69 doesn't add up, but these pieces up here are all printed. These are all printed pieces. I don't believe there are any stickers in the set. I did watch M&R Productions' review of the set. I do believe that there are no stickers in this set, which is a good quality of life for this set, as I couldn't imagine applying all these stickers all over this helmet. Now, for me, I'm not really a big fan of the sequel trilogy, as I mentioned earlier, but this is a very nice helmet, and even though Kylo Ren is essentially a Darth Vader fanboy, this is still a very, very cool helmet, and something that I will be reluctantly picking up, as I did enjoy Kylo Ren's character in The Force Awakens, but after that, it kind of all went downhill. So, very, very nice helmet. I do think it looks cool. I do like the back, and I do like all the build techniques they use in order to achieve all the arches and flares and roundness of the helmet. They are definitely doing a really good job of especially the round dome of the helmet. They have done a brilliant job with this set, one that I look forward to building here in the future. But I will be pushing this off to the side, as I have built so many LEGO helmet sets in the last year that, not that I'm getting burned out, they are really cool, but it's hard to keep up with all the LEGO helmet sets that I have been building. So I'm definitely going to be taking a break here for a hot minute from helmets. Next up, we have the buildable K2SO security droid. This is set number 75434 with 845 pieces, retailing for $90. This is a really cool set. And again, this is on top of LEGO continuing the buildable droids theme, which I think is really cool. You know, we have LEGO did start the buildable droids theme with the UCS R2-D2 a handful of years ago, and they kind of stopped, and they went with R2-D2 and C-3PO and the Droideka, and now we have the Battle Droid and K2SO. So I think this is a fantastic build. I do love how it looks. It does come with a K2SO, I guess you can call it a minifigure, with some nice printing on his shoulder and his chest. And one that I think is really cool. This is something that I'm going to be waiting to pick up later in its lifespan, as it's not something that, again, it's an Andor set, so I'm really not going to be 100% into it. As I said with the show, it's very hard to watch because it's very boring. But again, that's just my hot take. You know, don't take my word as the gospel here. But it is a neat build, but one that I'm definitely going to be picking up later on, probably middle of next year, if anything, just because it's not something that I want to go ahead and go after right off the bat. But it is a neat set, and it does come out August 1st, 2025, and the price to part ratio is just about correct. I think this is one of the only sets that I've seen that has not gone up in price with LEGO's most recent wave of price hikes. Next up, we have the Luke Skywalker Rebel Pilot Brickheads figure. This is exclusive to LEGO.com, and it is a new figure for $9.99 for 138 pieces. Never collected any of the Brickheads. I'm not going to start now, as I don't know. I just I like the minifigures better. I do like that you get more parts and pieces and more printed elements for a Lego set, as opposed to the mystery bag minifigures you can buy for $6-7 now. So there's that. A good alternative to collecting minifigures are the Brickheads, which I think are cool. Not something I'm going to talk about too much here, as there's one more set we're going to be talking about. But it is a neat little Brickheads. I do love these printed pieces here. And just something for you Brickhead people out there. The next up, we have the good guys and bad guys of the Revenge of the Sith, which I'm not sure why that opened up in a funky tab. Let me go back here to lego.com and bring up this page again. I had thought I opened all these up for you. Let's see here. Should be down here. Here we go. Revenge of the Sith, Heroes and Villains. We have a buildable brickhead of Lord Vader, Nightfall, Emperor Palpatine, General Grievous, which I was hoping would have more than just 2 arms, Qui-Gon Jinn, or is it Obi-Wan? It's hard to tell. It looks like Qui-Gon. Doesn't say on the packaging. It looks like Qui-Gon, but I could be wrong. And then we have Mace Windu, obviously. Is there a denoting on the back here? Oh, it's Padme. Wow. Wow, it's Padme. I could not tell. Wow. I figured if it was Qui-Gon, it may have had a little mustache there, but I didn't realize that the X across wasn't like a belt. It's more like a bra. So I apologize. That's Padme. So Padme Amidala, Anakin Skywalker, General Grievous, Emperor Palpatine, and Mace Windu. Okay, cool. Well, again, brickheads aren't my thing, but hey, for you brickheads people out there, you have a wide selection. That's why that look. Moving on. Moving on. Next up, we have the buildable chopper 75416 with 1,039 pieces for $100, and it comes with a display plaque and a chopper minifigure. So this one I'm very excited to grab sometime in the summer, just mainly because I love Chopper. Chopper was probably my second favorite character in the Rebels TV show, one of the most beloved droids out there in the Star Wars franchise, next to R2-D2 and C-3PO, of course, and LEGO just knocked this one out of the park, building it with the wobbling head, the different play features, his arms, his wheel, his matched and colored legs, and just, this is awesome. It comes with an actual Chopper minifigure. It's probably the same one that we got with the Ahsoka shuttle that we got in 2023, I believe, but this is going to be a very, very cool set, and one that I'm very excited to pick up and build. Just, it looks so cool. I love how this looks, and I do like that they are making these UCS style plaques with these droids this size. It's absolutely phenomenal. And then capping off this video, we have Kylo Ren's command shuttle with the adding to the Starship collection here. It's a set number 75406 with 386 pieces for $70. Crazy overpriced. This set should be at maximum $45. At maximum $45. And it doesn't even come with a minifigure. I'm not sure where LEGO is getting their pricing justification for this set. I have no idea. It is a very cool looking MIDI scale set, but yikes, $70 for 386 pieces and no minifigures, and there's only one printed piece, and that is the plaque that goes on front of the ship here. There's nothing else. No stickers, nothing from what I can see. Wow. Absolutely bananas. So I obviously will be skipping this set, and even if it went on sale for $20, I still wouldn't pick it up. That's insane. I did not think that LEGO would create a set that expensive. So anyways, those are all of the LEGO sets that are coming out or have come out for the jumpstart of summer 2025. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of any of these sets and which ones will you be picking up on release day. Personally, the top ones I'm going to be snagging would probably be the Star Wars logo, the Kylo Ren and Jango Fett's helmet, and the rest can wait. Oh, and Chopper. You can't forget about Chopper, man. Chopper is number one. Chopper is next. So, and he's already back ordered. Snap. So, anyways, those are all coming out or have come out for the kickstart of the summer wave of the LEGO Star Wars collection. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below about all these sets and the current price hikes that are in effect and are expected for additional sets later down the year. But anyways, you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. And friends, keep building, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.